Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim Plus, and today we're going to check out Mistral Manor. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the map and show you where this is. When you install it, it does not come with a fast travel marker. You will need to discover it in order for the marker to appear. It is west of Whiterun, so it's right there, and the nearest map marker location is Redoran's Retreat. If you're at the house and you take a look to the left, you can see Dragon's Reach in the distance, so it's not far away. Okay, when you are trying to enter the house, you'll need to discover the key first, so we're going to show you how to do that real quick. You're going to come over to this knapsack. You're going to read Sala's note, which basically says that there is a group of friends and they left her there and she's not able to enter the house to get any of her stuff. So anytime she tries to use the key, it burns her hand and she's not able to enter, so she gets frustrated and she throws a lockbox with the key into the stream. So we're going to head to that stream that's between the home and Redoran's Retreat to get the key. It is a little bit tricky to do because when you enter the water right here, you can't really see what's going on. And when you enter sneak mode, it's still pretty shallow, so even if you see the lockbox, it kind of kicks you out. So I'm going to show you a trick. So you'll find the stump first, and then you'll want to find it by sneaking in the land beforehand. Now you can see what the lockpick is, the lockbox, and then you can activate it if you do it very quickly like that. It will be a master level lock, so make sure to bring plenty of lockpicks with you, and once you pick it, you'll find Old Manor Key and you can take it. Alternatively, you can also use TCL, Toggle Collision command, to get under there, and then it's a lot easier to control. Let me show you. Yeah, so now you can just do like this, and then you don't have to be so precise with your commands. But anyway, I use the mod Animated Wings Ultimate to kind of fly around and stuff, and so I'm going to show you the outside flying around, which also can TCL you. It's a really neat mod if you need to check that one out. Alright, but here's the outside of the home. Here's the front. Looks like you have a Debella statue outside your front door. You've got a water well to your right over there. And then you've got a lot of archery targets to your left. 7 in fact. And if you like those dummies, that's part of the mod Sopa's Glorious Dummies SE. I'll leave a link in the description below. I'll head on back to the smithing area. I love the way it has a little chimney to get the fumes out of the smelter. Speaking of smelters, there it is right there to your left. And you have your own personal Skyforge. Now, here's the Skyforge. You have a grindstone to improve your weapons, a workbench to improve your armor. You have armor storage right here, weapon storage right here. And then you have this back deck area that's lit by a lantern. And then you have 9 plantable soils. And then the author put in a couple of death bells, and then this Nern root can't be picked, but that's part of the lore of the house, and you'll learn more about that in a little bit. You do have a back gate right here, but it doesn't really lead anywhere, but it still looks neat. You will have the occasional deer enter the property, and I killed some giant and some mammoths that were hanging out by the gate, so you might have that too. Alright, we're going to go ahead and enter Mistral Manor. Okay, this is a bug I've encountered a little bit where you have some scantily clad people in your home. I believe that's the author saying that there are some mannequins that come to life. I wonder, those are probably those mannequins that he's referring to. So what I do is I leave the house, I wait for an hour, and then it's fixed. Okay, as we enter the property again, it looks like our problem has been solved. And now I have a dragon skull looking at me. Very, very cool. With a flag, a banner, I don't know what you would call that, probably a banner. And then over here to the left you've got some nightshade, and to the right you have some dragon's tongue that you can harvest. Some more of those banners are up, as well as what looks like maybe a custom painting of Dragon's Reach, and some nice vases. A little bench with some tapestries. More custom paintings over there. As we enter the kitchen area, oh! We found one of our scantily clad people wandering around again. Wonder what the story is there. Alright, we have a little kitty cat sign. I have a cat of my own at home, Miss Nala, and she is my baby. Okay, so they just must have moved further down the house or something. Well, maybe it's like a cult or something, I don't know. Anyway, Here's an oven right here for your cooking needs, and a cooking pot to help too. A butter churn right here, so if you're playing survival mode, you've got all the tools that you need right there. And you have vegetable storage for food. As we enter the next part of the house, to the left is the master bedroom area. We'll go there in a minute. And to the right is an alchemy nook. Let's go there right now. Okay, so you have some neat little books. Nettlebane is placed here, so if you want to go ahead and grab that, that can help you get through that quest a little bit more quickly. You have a microscope, which is very scientific for what is a scientific skill in alchemy. Here's your alchemy lab over here. Lots of custom models went into this, and this banner looks pretty neat. It looks very alchemical. And you have storage for your potions and ingredients in some of those jars. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue on. To the left, that door takes you outside to where your hearth fire soils are and your smithing area. This leads to the basement, which is my favorite part of the house, but we'll get there eventually. That'll be probably the last thing that we see because you save the best for last. And then over here is your followers area. So let's go there next. We'll open this door. And when we come in this door, you have a bedroom to the left with some great artwork on the wall. There's one of your followers' quarters. And then when we go over here, you have two more beds separated by a little divider so that your followers can have some privacy. You also have a spa area in the followers' areas. So after a long day of adventuring with you and carrying your burdens, they have a place to soak. I like the statue of Debella and the different flowers that have a light effect on them. Very, very neat. Okay, so that is your followers' quarters. Next, let's go and check out that master bedroom area. Looks like you have 8 weapons racks to your right over here. Another painting. I'm not sure what that area is, but it sure does look neat. And now off to the left, you have a locked dresser. That's mysterious. As well as another storage place for your weapons, a couple of mannequins for your armors that you pick up along the way, and then you have some harvestable death bells over there. To the right, you've got a library area covered in ivy, an ivy-clad library. And then you have some different static decor that looks super neat. I am so glad the mod author chose to include all of those things to kind of spice it up from the average house mod. And then they also have custom storage things for special items like Potamus skulls scattered throughout. All of these bookshelves are empty. So if you're a bookworm of Skyrim, you have some shelves to fill. And then you have a throne right here looking into your fireplace. How cozy. And then over here you've got another spa, but look at the tile on this one. I bet you that cost a pretty septum to install. You also have those lit up flowers as well as Debella, and you have some more of that great looking ivy. And then here's a nice little touch that the mod author put in that I appreciate. So when you open up a wardrobe, typically you get something like this where you have like, a knife and a Redguard night cape and then maybe 6 septums or something like that. But on this one, you open it up and it links your storage to your clothes. But doesn't that just look so nice when you open it up and it's something different than what you expected? I like the differences. All right, there's another lit up Debella statue right there. That looks pretty neat. You also have like a wisp lantern over here. I guess that's what you would call it, with a wisp effect in it. Very neat. An ivy-clad bed to match your ivy-clad library. And then on this table, you've got some important keys to pick up. So this one's for the vault, that one's for the crypt, and then you have another lore journal right there. It talks about finding an artifact in a Nordic ruin, but that's something you can explore later. We need to check out that cabinet. But first, we're going to go ahead and explore this other area. So over here you've got a Shrine of Akatosh where magic regenerates 10% faster. You've got a cool looking map of Skyrim posted on the wall. And now that we've checked out this bedroom area, let's see what's in that locked cupboard. Because I bet you one of the keys that we just took from that table opens that. Ooh, a false back panel. What mysteries lie in the Mistral Crypt? Alright, we're in the Mistral Crypt now, and it looks very spooky. You've got all sorts of graves and skulls lining your way down a hallway to where the gargoyles are, and then this ominous looking light. Activate Consume the Wicked. Stamina regenerates 10% faster for 3,600 seconds. For you non-math people, that is 60 minutes. That's an hour. Let's look into this door. And voila! You have a coffin area right here for your vampire playthroughs. Some more empty bookshelves. And then you have the last of Belle's journals over here, which explains basically that they became vampires and that the house chooses who it wants to be its new representative and to cleanse vampires from Molag Bal's image. So if you want to read into that more, you can, but I just wanted to kind of give you a sneak preview there to save you a little bit of time if you wanted to hear the lore but didn't want to read. Okay, so now we are up back in the main house, and we're going to go check out my favorite area of the house now, which is the basement. So we're going to head around this corner and go down these stairs. Before you go down there, this stone is active. That's the Shrine of Boethia. It gives you better damage on your one-handed weapons by 10%. And the Mistral basement. Okay, as we enter the basement, you'll notice that it is clad in ivy to match the theme for the rest of the house, but it is a darker tone, which makes sense because if it wasn't dark, it wouldn't be as mysterious. And this has a lot of custom storage for mysterious type quests in Skyrim. So as we enter the first corridor to our left, you'll see the empty bookshelves. You have a mannequin to display storage, and then you've got this Daedric flag down here, so you're going to find the Daedric items that you can store over here. Mythic Daemon commentaries originated in the Oblivion game, which is Elder Scrolls 4, and they have that quest in Dawnstar where you get the shards of Mehrunes Razor, etc. Here is the Daedric display from underneath the College of Winterhold to house rings. That is a creative way that the mod author incorporated vanilla assets into the game, as well as that mage statue that you see sometimes in front of the College of Winterhold and some of the mods that alter that. Alright, speaking of mage symbols, that's a mage symbol, and it's right by your arcane enchanter. I love the way they use the troll skull with the soul gems to make a unique way to light the area. Very neat. Between special storage places, you have a firelit area as well as a note from the other of the three friends, not Sala and not Belle, but Matan. And she basically says that this area changes based on the items that are housed in it, and it's due to something that has to do with the Nirn root, which is why you can't harvest any of those Nirn roots. So if you want to learn more about that, you can read into it in that particular note. Okay, this looks to be the Thieves Guild special storage area, because I saw the Nightingale, which is associated with that. And then across the hallway from that, we have the Dark Brotherhood area. That's a giveaway right there, that Tenant's sign with the red hand, or the black hand on the red background. Yep, and there's the Blade of Woe. So this is the display area for the Dark Brotherhood. Let's go further down the stairs. And then you've got the Dragon Claw holders right there. Very neat. I like the way they use the puzzle icon of the dragon right above the Dragon Claw holders. And then to the left of that, you have the Dragon Priest mask displays. And it looks like you have the Black Book holders over here. Just look at that real quick, though. Look at how neat this room looks. That's pretty cool. In the words of McDonald's, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Alright, let's see what else we have in here. Oh yeah, that's our Dark Brotherhood area from earlier. Got turned around a little bit there. Ooh. Alright, that's what the vault key was for. That was mentioned in note 1 by Belle. She was trying to find the vault. Now we found it. Here is the Shrine of Akatosh. Magicka regenerates 10% faster. And then you've got some more special storage areas down these stairs. To the left, Mask of Clavicus Vial. Further to the left, the Mace of Molag Bal. How cool does that thing look? Very neat. Alright, you can play Spellbreaker over here as long as some other artifacts, Blood and Dragon. I wonder what that's about. If you know what that is, mention it in the comments below. I'd be curious to find out. Savior's Hide right there. Ebony Mail right there. So let's just take one more brief look at this area. Wow. Can you imagine how much time it took to build all of this? You'll have to make sure to leave this mod author an endorsement if you end up downloading this mod. Very, very neat with the design, especially in the basement area. I mean, just look at this thing. I can definitely see in the notes where they said that Ray Extend was an influence on this mod author's style. Can't you tell? Doesn't that look a lot like Ray Extend? But maybe a little bit better light in the Ray Extend. Sometimes it gets a little dark in there. Alright everyone, that was our tour of Mistral Manor. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button below. And if you want to check out more content from the channel, in the top left of the screen we have another video from the channel to check out. In the bottom left of the screen we have the subscribe button. Feel free to join. Would love to have you. And thank you for viewing this video. We'll see you on the next episode. See you later.